cook some meat for dinner tonight. We've got here to camp and it's a pretty good spot. I think we're at Sandalwood Rocks is what it's called on the Holland Track. And for our first night we've decided that we're going to have a what is it called?
Tomahawk steak.
Tomahawk steak, thank you very much. Right, so we've got it in here. We've had it on the bonnet to get it so it's not so cold. And as we pull it out, let's have a look at this beauty. Look at that.
Nice.
Oh wow, look at that meat.
So tell us a little bit more about the meat.
Where'd you get that from, Dennis? So this meat was kindly donated to us from Tenderwest Butchers. Now Tenderwest is at Belmont Shopping Centre and Karrinyup Shopping Centre, and you'll be hard pressed to find a better butcher in Perth. So the way we're going to cook this is I've got this beef rub. What is it? Black cow.
Is that a special rub
barbecue.
or what? Where did you get that?
I can't remember now. Just from one of the butchers around Perth.
The best butcher in Perth.
The best butcher in Perth. One of the butchers. And what we're going to do, we're just going to coat this tomahawk in the rub, and then we're going to hang it over our fire pit, which we've got behind the car, out of the wind, to try and get a bit of a slow cook. And then once we've felt like it's cooked long enough, we're going to put it over the coals and try and sear the outside. So Casper, just get you to come and have a bit of a close up on the meat so everyone can see what we're doing. It's looking pretty good. Now, sorry if you don't like meat, but this is amazing. Alright, so what we're going to do, we'll just get this rub. I'm just going to literally put it over the top. Normally you would put oil or something like that, but we weren't that prepared. So what I'm going to do is just put...
get some olive oil from.
Lots. Oh, that's right. Well, it's still got a bit of blood in it, so I reckon that will stick. And I'll just pat that one on, and I'll get it. And get it, and we'll tip it over, and we'll do the other side. To just pat that on to try and get it to stick, and then also we'll do the fat on the back as well, get some flavour in there. But hopefully all of this is going to render down.
Beautiful.
So what we're going to do now is we'll go around to the fireside and we'll get our TP ready, and then we'll hang the steak. Alright, so we've made it over to the fire. We've got our tomahawk. If we weren't so time poor, we would have probably let it sit for a little bit longer, but it's going to take a while to cook as it is. So we've got our TP here. Dubious that it's going to stand still, but I'll just give it a bit of attention. But what we're going to do is hang it over here. And it seems to be doing pretty good for the height. And we'll leave this for an hour or two. We'll keep checking on it just to see how it's going to cook. I know there's going to be people out there looking at it and going, this isn't bloody close enough, but it's a slow cook, okay? We'll adjust the fire as we go, but we'll come back and have a look at it in a little while.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to grey as you fade away.
Alright, so we're going to take this steak from being hanging, and we're going to place it onto the grill that we've got there. So hopefully I can find the right one. There we go. And I'll get it. And we'll put it over here, over the flame. Now we'll leave it there for a couple of minutes, and we'll turn it over and cook the other side. We're ready. As we can see, it's fat's really starting to burn. These tongs will pick it up. Oh no, it's the string on. Alright, got it onto the plate, and then now we'll go put it on the table and let it rest for 10 minutes. Right, we'll let it rest and then we'll cut it up and see how it looks. Alright, so we're ready. We're going to cut this steak and we're going to have a look to see how it turned out. It's been resting for a little while. Having a look at it first, I'll try and get this fat cap off the back. It's probably going to be a bit more cooked down towards the bottom. Hang on, let me just pick it up. Slice through there. Make it a bit smaller. But that's some tasty meat there. But what I'll do now that we get down, and I'll just get it and we'll just start slicing it up. See what colour it is. Very well cooked at the bottom. But as we get up to the top, I'm sure it's going to start getting a bit more rare. Nice, oh no. Alright, I'll keep cutting this up in a minute, but what we'll do is we'll have a quick taste and see what people think. Alright, you're gonna get a piece. Get the end bit, it's always my favourite. Alright, there's a nice bit. Looking pretty tasty. That was well worth the wait. I reckon it took about 3 hours. Beautiful. Casper, come over here. Casper, find a piece.
Have a taster.
There we go. Grab that bit.
Nice. Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
It's really nice, isn't it? Nice and tender.
Yeah, it just melts in your mouth.
Very juicy.
Very good. Yeah, and I think because we started off with a quality bit of meat as well at the beginning, really made a difference.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good.
But yeah,
Well cooked as well.
yeah, very. And we're going through, and it's almost perfect. Probably maybe a little bit over what we would probably cook, but I reckon that's pretty good. All right, so we'll finish that one off here. If you have any ideas about cooking this steak differently, make sure you put it in a comment below and tell us what you think, but I reckon this is pretty good. And also remember, if you're ever in Belmont or Karrinyup, go to Tenderwest and have a look at their fine selection of meats. Until the next video, we'll see you then.
Told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I love